Hello? Hello? Hi? Okay, well, we will start the introduction to Git. I will try to explain a little bit about Git, but not everything. I will try to make you understand the basics so you can see like other commands to do, but the structure, internal structure, I hope that you understand that. Okay, so let's start. But what is Git? Has someone heard about Git or GitHub? Do you know what's the difference? Someone? Can you raise your hand? Anyone? No? No? Okay. So Git, I will explain to you that Git is not GitHub. It's not even close. Git is a program to manage the versions of your projects, okay? And GitHub, on the other hand, is like the Google Drive to your documents. Like you have your documents on your PC, and you will have to load them on your Google Drive or Dropbox or whatever you use. And GitHub is the same. You manage your versions of the programs, and then you push it on GitHub, on the internet. Like GitHub is this like Google Drive, but for Git. GitHub uses Git. GitHub is not Git. Okay. So how you install it? A lot of, I think that all the Macs have the Git pre-installed. But if you have a Linux, you can install it like with these commands. If you have Windows, go here, and there is also a manual. So let's start. We'll make a new project with Git init. We will start our project in the folder. So we'll have, when we just click Git init, we will have this structure that we have the modified files, the stage files, and the committed ones. Okay. So if you make Git status, you will see all the changes related to this structure. Okay. So now let's say that I add a file that is called a.txt, and then now I will add it to the staged area. So I will put git add, but I can do git add a.txt or git add like a dot, and it will add all the folder, and recursive if there are more folders too. So I will add it to the staged area, and then I will commit it. You can add -m and the message to the commit, and then it will be easier. Like git commit -m, my first commit, and you will have it. And then it's like there's the first version of your program. It will be the one with a.txt created. So now we will go to look at some branch. And what are the branches? Branches are the possibility that gives us Git in order to make development in more ways. Like I can start a branch doing a new feature, and then my other partner can start another branch making another feature, and then we will all end it on the master branch. Okay, that we will have. So this, more likely, you can use however you want all the branches, but I recommend you using Git Flow. It's like we have a main branch that is master, then the developer branch, and the other features. In this hackathon, we don't want really this one branch because we are doing all fast and we are doing all the changes, so you can skip this one, the development. But it is recommended to use different branches for different purposes. Like I will add a query scan on my web page, so I will make the query scan branch. So let's now continue our magnificent project. And we will make git branch to create a new branch. Okay, so we have here our commit. okay, our first commit, and then we'll have made Git branch, and we made a new branch to this commit. But we are not, the project is not aiming to the new branch, it's the older one. So we'll make it check out the branch, the name of the branch, in order to go there. Then we will add, let's say we will add b.txt, and it will be on the modified. Whoops. I will add it and commit, and we will have another version here of the program. So now let's say that I want to check out the version program to the first commit, to the branch, the master branch. So now what will happen is that the program will see that I added and I created a new file, so it will remove it. Okay? And now I will talk about what is git ignore. We'll make another branch from master, because the target, like if you when you make a git branch, it's important where you are, the branch you are, because you are doing the branch from where you are. So you will do git branch, start a new branch, and we will add a new file that is called git ignore. Then we will add a new file that is called sat.txt. And on git ignore, we'll put the file, well, the string of the file, sat.txt. But we can also add like a string to say all files, or asterisk dot txt, and we will ignore all the txt or anything like that. You can make also a root path and some, like everything on this path will be ignored, etc. You can be very creative and do whatever you want. So now the Git will understand that it needs to ignore the sat.txt. That's why it's sat. So we will add it. We will make git add dot, and we will only add the git ignore, because this one is being ignored. Okay. So we will commit it, because when you commit it, let's make a case that if you have something here modified and you have something here add on the staged area, when you commit it, you only commit those files. If you don't add it, if you don't add the files, you will not commit them. So let's say now, what will happen if I check out to a master branch? Does anyone knows what will happen? What's the structure that we will have here? Come on.
You will only see the first one.
Only the first one. Only. Yeah.
You can check out the first in the master branch.
Yeah. Right. But this is a strange scenario, because the Git understood that we added git ignore, and the difference between this commit and this other commit are that we added only git ignore. So when you check out, sat.txt will not be removed. Okay? I don't know if you meant all this, but the thing is, why I'm saying this, because it's important in a hackathon to have this in mind, because it is important, it is very important with git ignore, because if you are using APIs, you are making some private case on your project, and you have it in a git ignore. If you have some changes on the git ignore and then make something like this, be careful because if I make git add, I will commit the changes, and I will make my private key public. So we don't want that, and it's very dangerous. So keep that in mind, because it is very dangerous for all APIs. Yeah. So now that we have all that in mind in our project on our PC, how do we publish our Git to the internet? So we have a way to put the URLs of our Git. We have to go to GitHub or GitLab or whatever you want to use. Make a public or private repository. That's your choice, actually. In the project of the hackathon, you would have to make it public so we can look at it, but up to you. If you make it public at the end, I mean. Then you can add, if you did Git init, you can Git clone the repo, and then everything like this will be all set up. But if you don't, you can make Git remote add origin, that is the standard direction that goes to the remote, and then get that origin and the URL that is here on the GitHub or GitLab. You can use HTTPS or SSH, but it is up to you. Or you can remove it also. Then you will make, once you commit the files, you will commit the branches. So you will not push everything at once, but you will have to push like git push. You can make git push, and that's all, and you will push the master branch if you are in the master branch. But if you are on another branch, you can make git push origin that I said before, and then the branch that you want to push. Okay, and then you will push that branch. Well, yeah, say the branch changes to GitHub. Then if some of your mates have done some work and want to get the changes from the branches, you want to get it on your PC, you make git pull origin the branch, and the same, it will come everything. Keep in mind that maybe in the different of the decks, you may get conflicts. That conflicts are when both of the same person edits the same file. Sometimes it will crash a little, but you will have to make a fast review what you want really in the code, and that's all. So how do I merge my branch? So I have thought that Git Flow is very important, and that's because if you make one branch and with all the implementations that you are doing, then you will commit your branch, not going to merge directly to master. And then you will push your branch, and on GitHub or GitLab, you can make a merge request. So merge request, you will be able to see it here. It was intended to see a change that we made in our server, but it's not very visible, I think. No. It's fixing an error 500. So you are going to do the merge request and then submit it, and then to our master branch, and then it will be merged and everything perfect. So I will not explain a lot of more things because I want only to do the introduction. So I'm running a little out of time. So if some of you have any problems with Git, don't hesitate to ask on our Slack. But if anything more, you have like a lot of problems that you say, what is this? There's a web page that is called Oh Shit Git. Like it's a very funny name, but it exists. It's actually a website, and there are a lot of solutions to very common problems with Git. Like they say, like, oh, I pushed something that I didn't want to push, so here's the solution, and you will be able to find it. I hope that with my explanation of the structure, of the basic structure, you will understand everything that needs to be, that you will need on the hackathon, and well, that's all. Thank you. Does anyone has a question? Some questions? mandatory, but like I recommend not pushing all at the last moment. I mean, like it's easier if you like going programming and then you're pushing with your friends, and then push it everything, and then you will on the next course you will only have to make the link, and that's all. Like it's very easy at the end. It will be make it easier. Anyone? More questions? No? Everything good? So that's all. Thank you.